Hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So it's time for another dog food video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make dog food today, and in this big stock pot I'm going to make sure it lasts me a full week because of giving them more of this and less of the dry. Both of them are doing really well. In fact, I've had to kind of cut back the amount so I don't want them getting fat. So anyway, I've got 3 jumbo size chicken leg and thigh, so there's a good 3 pounds of meat there. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to cut up an apple. I know everybody's going to go, really? But dogs love apples. They like them raw. They like them cooked. It's really, really good for them. In fact, the dog food that I feed Sage right now has apples and blueberries and oats. So it's a good thing. There's no reason you can't give your dogs apples. So I'm going to cut these apples up. Another reason why I need to get an apple tree. Because the dogs can benefit by that too, as well as the chickens, the rabbits, everybody, us. Apples are amazing. Okay, so I'm going to just rough chop this apple. I've got carrots, peas. I'm also going to put those large cans of sweet potatoes that I got. I'm going to put a can of that in there instead of all fresh sweet potato. The only difference will be is I'll rinse that light syrup off of there because they are packed in a light syrup. So I'll get that rinsed off, strained off. I'm going to put this all in that big stock pot with some brown rice and some barley. And then what's in here is a concoction I do from, now this was from dinner last night. We had that teriyaki garlic chicken, and we saved all the bones from the legs and the thighs. And this morning I cooked them in my little pressure cooker until they were able to grind up into this with some water. And so that's going to go in there, and they're going to get the benefits of the marrow from the bone, all the nutrients that go along with that, and the bone meal. They need bone meal. And in reality, if a dog was given a choice, they'd be eating the bones. They probably wouldn't have a good time at the vet, but they'd be eating them. This way, they're safe. So that's my kicker ingredient for this, and I'm going to get working on this. And I'll bring you back when I'm giving them a So you know what? I'm bringing you back early because I just added up what this cost me. And you won't believe it. But I got the chicken in a big 10-pound bag. You know, they just do the hindquarters for 59 cents a pound. So it was $5.90. So roughly, you know, $6. So $2 of it is in there. And it was $1 for the rice and the barley. And your vegetables, I used half a bag of the peas, and that can of, the can of sweet potatoes I got on sale for 50 cents a can. Altogether, this big, giant pot of dog food is going to cost me less than $5. So if you're worried about how much it would cost, I think you can do it really reasonably if you watch your sales and, you know, just take advantage of it. And stretch it as far as you can. Now, I'm going to put some flaxseed in this at the end, and probably a couple of eggs, although we'll see how much meat is in there. We want plenty of protein, so the eggs are a good source. In an SHTF situation, egg powder, of course, you know, you could dehydrate your own eggs. I've dehydrated eggs. They do not rehydrate for me, so I buy them commercially done for us. But for the dogs, it's perfectly fine. So I'm going to get this cooking, and I promise I'll bring you back when I'm done. All right, guys. Okay, guys, it's all done. Got the chicken boned, and that was a lot of chicken. The 10-pound bag that I bought for $5.90, that's going to make 3 batches like this of dog food. So amazing, because there's a lot of chicken. Now, I did put 4 eggs in there as well. And I've got the whole grains, which also have protein. Just because it's a grain doesn't mean it's not good for you. Okay, so I'm going to try to batch this out. I've never cooked this big a batch at once. So I'm going to put these in the containers that I normally use, and everybody recognizes in the fridge that it's dog food. And we'll see how many of them I get. I may have to buy some. No. And I took all the bones are in a bag in the refrigerator. When we get done eating the chicken that I made last night, as we do those bones, I'll save those and I'll pressure cook them all at once. If you put a little bit of vinegar in the water that you're pressure cooking it, you actually it helps soften the bone even more. If you've ever had a child have a science experiment with an egg, put an egg in a glass of vinegar, it will swell up and the eggshell will become soft. So I'm putting down 3 scoops of the flax, and because I know in this container that's what I need for them. So I've got flaxseed in here, I've got the barley and the brown rice and carrots and sweet potatoes and peas, and so they're getting all kinds of vitamins and protein from the chicken and a little bit of fat from the chicken, and I'm not going to waste anything. And then all that ground up bone meal from the chicken we had last night. So this is really healthy for them. And so far, if I see any difference at all, I see weight gain, which I don't necessarily need. So I've been kind of inching them back off of their portion size. So I'm not giving them quite as much. So now this has had time to sit and cool. And these are big containers. This is what I got out of that big pot. I used to use one of these a week, or if I was really pushing it, 2 of these a week. But I think I've got more than enough dog food for a week. And if that's what that's all I was feeding, I think I'd have plenty. But I'm going to put a couple of these in the freezer because I don't want them to go bad. And leave the other 2 in the garage refrigerator, and we're good to go for a while, and I don't have to deal with it. So what I'm going to do is dish up their food. I've already put the flaxseed in here, and they are going to love this. I actually would love it. The only thing it's missing is seasoning, you know. We think everything should be seasoned because that's how we've trained our taste buds. But let's see, Libby's a little bit bigger, but I don't want her heavy, so I'm just gonna stick with that. This is probably in here. Oh, and I did put the eggs in there. I hope I told you guys that, but this is probably 3 meals. So I'm guessing, wow, it's gonna go a long ways. I'll try to keep you posted on that. And just for your information, Libby weighs about 68, 70 pounds. She probably weighs a little more than that right now because she's chunky from laying around. Sage, I feed her a little bit, actually a little bit more, because when you give her room to run, like we open their kennel when we're here, she runs hot laps around this property, and we live on a little over an acre. So, and then now they've started sleeping outside again because they won't leave us sleep at night. It's like there's got to be something going on. So, anyway, that's what I got going on. Dinner for the puppies, and I'm probably gonna spare you the mayhem. I'm getting ready to post another video or do another video, so I've got to get these in the fridge and freezer, and I'll feed them their dinner and we'll be good to go. So I hope this inspires you. I hope it helps you figure out what you would do with your pets and for your pets. This was under $5. That's a lot of food to even just supplement your pet's food. So because really good dog food is very expensive. and they can go through it very, very quickly. Now I understand people that have a lot of dogs or bigger dogs that eat a lot, you know, you're going to change this up a bit, but just thought I'd throw that out there, and people are requesting it. So hope it helps, hope it inspires you, hope you come back next time, and I hope you give me a thumbs up if you like this, and if you really like it, go ahead and post it on your Facebook page. All right, guys, good luck and God bless.